Can a solar eclipse really blind you? This might be a question you've asked yourself before. In anticipation of the upcoming solar eclipse, we're here to debunk 5 popular myths. As the moon prepares to cast a 115-mile-wide path of totality across North America, it's clear that our fascination with this celestial event is as strong as ever. However, despite our scientific advancements and a deeper understanding of the Sun-Moon-Earth relationship, there are still persistent myths that surround eclipses. From the safety of viewing the corona, to the impact on expectant mothers, and even the presence of neutrinos, we're going to explore the facts and fiction. We'll also delve into the negative superstitions tied to eclipses by various cultures and examine the idea of confirmation bias. And yes, we'll even discuss whether you can see an eclipse from the North and South Poles. So let's dive into these myths and uncover the truth behind them. Myth 1. Looking at the corona, or the outer ring of the sun, during a solar eclipse can damage your eyes. Now let's dive into this myth, which has been around for quite some time. It claims that during a solar eclipse, the spectacle of the corona, that mesmerizing halo of light surrounding the sun, can cause harm to our eyesight. Well, let's bust this myth right here, right now. The corona itself is not harmful to our eyes, that's right. The corona, that ethereal, outermost part of the sun's atmosphere, is safe to look at during the brief period of totality. This is when the moon completely covers the sun, and only the corona is visible. It's a sight that has left countless observers spellbound throughout history. However, here's where caution is necessary. It's not the corona, but the direct rays of the sun that pose a threat. Looking directly at the sun, even for a few seconds, can cause solar retinopathy. This condition can lead to temporary or even permanent damage to the retina, the light-sensitive part of your eyes. So, if you're planning to watch the next solar eclipse, remember that it's only safe to look directly at the sun during totality, and even then, only with the naked eye. At all other times, use solar filters or eclipse glasses that are compliant with international safety standards. And let's not forget, the solar eclipse is not only about the corona, it's a cosmic spectacle where you can witness the fascinating dance of celestial bodies. It's a rare event that reminds us of our place in the vast universe. So, the next time you hear someone say, "Don't look at the corona during a solar eclipse, it's dangerous," you know what to tell them. So the corona isn't the danger, it's the sun's direct rays. Myth 2. Eclipses are harmful to pregnant women. Let's delve into this one, shall we? This long-standing myth has been perpetuated through generations, across various cultures and societies. It's a belief that's deeply rooted, often causing undue stress and fear. But let's clear the air here and now. The truth is, there is absolutely no scientific evidence to suggest that eclipses pose any harm to pregnant women or their unborn children. Eclipses are astronomical events, occurring when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, or when the earth passes between the sun and the moon. They are majestic, natural occurrences that have been happening for billions of years, long before humans ever walked the earth. An eclipse, whether solar or lunar, doesn't change the fundamental physics of our planet or its relationship with the sun and the moon. The gravitational forces remain the same, the atmosphere stays intact, and life as we know it continues unperturbed. Simply put, an eclipse is a shadow, a temporary dimming of sunlight. It isn't capable of causing physical changes in human bodies, let alone specific harm to pregnant women or their babies. It might be easy to confuse correlation with causation when it comes to eclipses and pregnancy. After all, pregnancy is a time of many changes and uncertainties. But remember, correlation does not imply causation. An eclipse occurring during a pregnancy is purely coincidental and not a cause for concern. That said, it's always important to take care of one's health, pregnant or not. It's advisable to stay hydrated, eat well, and get plenty of rest, especially during an eclipse when temperatures might fluctuate. So, here's the bottom line. Eclipses are natural phenomena, beautiful and awe-inspiring to behold. They are not harmful to anyone, including pregnant women and their unborn children. So, pregnant women, rest easy during the next eclipse. Myth 3. Eclipses release dangerous neutrinos that can harm us. Let's dive into this one, shall we? Now, for those who are not familiar with the term, neutrinos are tiny particles that zoom through the universe at nearly the speed of light. They're produced by the sun, other stars, and even our own planet. So yes, technically there are neutrinos passing through your body right now. But don't panic just yet. The reality is that neutrinos are incredibly elusive. They're famously known among physicists for their ghost-like ability to pass through matter. So much so, they could pass through a light year's worth of lead without interacting with anything. That's a lot of lead. And while it's true that a solar eclipse results in a temporary increase in the number of neutrinos reaching us from the sun, the increase is so small that it's virtually undetectable. Furthermore, neutrinos are not harmful to us. They're neutral particles, meaning they don't carry an electric charge, and they interact with matter very, very weakly. In fact, billions of neutrinos pass through your body every second, and yet, you're still here, perfectly fine, watching this video. If neutrinos were dangerous, we'd all have been in trouble a long time ago. But let's be fair to the myth. It's understandable why people might be worried about neutrinos during an eclipse. The event is, after all, a little out of the ordinary, but rest assured, those neutrinos are as harmless during an eclipse as they are on any other day. So no need to fear the harmless neutrinos during an eclipse. It's just another example of how a lack of understanding can lead to fear and misinformation. So next time you're watching an eclipse, instead of worrying about neutrinos, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Myth 4. Eclipses bring bad luck. Now this is a superstition that has been woven into the fabric of various cultures worldwide. The darkening of the sky, the unusual quiet, a celestial event that was once unexplainable, all these elements combined could indeed seem a bit ominous. But let's break it down scientifically. Throughout history, the sun and moon have been given immense powers in the eyes of humans. Be it the power to control the tides, influence our moods, or even determine our fate. However, the reality is, they're simply cosmic bodies doing their cosmic dance in the vast expanse of the universe. When it comes to eclipses, some people believe they bring bad luck, with stories of misfortune and catastrophe following these events. But here's the thing, it's all about confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a psychological phenomenon where people tend to notice and remember events that confirm their beliefs, while ignoring those that don't. So if you believe that eclipses bring bad luck, you might recall a time when something unfortunate happened around an eclipse. But what about all the other times when nothing out of the ordinary occurred? Those instances are conveniently forgotten. The truth is, eclipses are natural phenomena that happen due to the alignment of the sun, moon, and earth. They're not mystical events with the power to determine our luck or destiny. The bad luck associated with eclipses is nothing more than a myth, a superstition born out of misunderstanding and fear of the unknown. Remember, science has debunked these myths. An eclipse, whether solar or lunar, is a spectacular sight to behold, a reminder of our place in the vast cosmos. So, don't let superstitions spoil your eclipse viewing experience. After all, it's not every day you get to witness such a fascinating event. So, we've debunked some popular myths about solar eclipses. The cosmic dance of the sun, moon, and earth is a spectacle to behold, not fear. Viewing the corona during an eclipse while requiring proper eye protection is not inherently dangerous. And let's reassure all the expecting mothers out there, there's no evidence to suggest an eclipse poses any risk to pregnancy. As for those elusive neutrinos, while they're constantly passing through us, an eclipse doesn't increase their presence or make them any more harmful. And the notion of eclipses bringing bad luck? Well, that's just superstition, often fueled by confirmation bias. Even the idea that eclipses can't be seen from the north or south poles is inaccurate, and the moon's surface can indeed be faintly visible during an eclipse due to earthshine. Now, equipped with the truth, you can safely enjoy the upcoming solar eclipse. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay curious.